right now about half our 3,500 kilometer cross country trip on the Africa Twin. Quan and I are trying to figure out how in the heck we're going to get gas. We've got everything. We managed to make it back to Bangkok with everything and enough gas to get here. Now we've got another 1,500 kilometers left in our trip and street for gas at every gas station. We are going to hope on a wing and a prayer. We've got about 18 liters here. Her parents are 7 hours north of here. We're going to try to fill up the last little bit of gas, maybe find some containers, but they put a law now where you can't take extra gas with you. You can only fill up what you need. So we're going to go ahead and pack the bike, and we're going to talk about exactly what's going on over here, what we're going to do about it, how we're going to navigate this trip, and get to our final destination. I'm curious, leave in the comments down below, are you having any issue right now with gas? Right now, it's March 4th, and we've got a 2-day trek back to the... I've never seen anything like this. It reminds me of the toilet paper crisis during COVID. Let's get this bike packed up, and we'll unpack the situation here right now. I'm gonna swap the camera back around. You can put it on me. This is my lovely assistant, Kwan, also beautiful girlfriend. Say hello.
Hello.
You have to yell into the mic, baby.
Hello.
And she's been polishing up the screens. I've switched to a black. I took the smoke screen off of the Climb Krios Pro, and I put a clear one on because there's a good chance I'll be hoofing it at night anywhere I can find a gas station right now with gas and not a lot of people. We've got almost everything packed up and ready to go here. So I'm gonna hand it to you. I'm gonna talk about how I'm packing and figure out exactly what we can do to try and get home. I'm curious, this is the Lonerider tank bag. This is one of my absolute favorite pieces right here. It'll fit a camera and a 50mm lens if you're on the road, and it just straps in so cool right here in the front. It's all magnetic quick latch straps. You just put it on like this and boom, it's done. And when you want to take it off, you just slide the strap over. It's so easy, so convenient. Then this side over here, you put it like this. I've got it really tight, so this one might not be as easy now. Oh, super easy. And over here, come around to this side and show them how this one straps on. Come over here. And then this is the third and final strap right here. This one might be a bit tight. I loosened the other day. You just give a little pressure here and snap it right in like this. Doop, easy. And when you want to undo it, you just slide, and they're magnetically attached. Tighten them up right there. Back to me. So that's the tank bag. Let's get back into the subject right now while I pack them up. Oh, I will tell you, ADHD is running strong right now. I just saw the highlight of the trip. We're in downtown Bangkok at an Arnorma Grand 5-star luxury hotel. Cheesecake Factory, can you believe it? We have plenty of food to go home from the Cheesecake Factory and cheesecake as well. It's going to be a really, really good trip. Even if we get stuck or stranded somewhere, we've got some great food to have for tonight. So we won't be crying over dinner, that's for sure. And you know, every single problem in life that you'll ever have is always solved better on a full stomach, right? So we have one less thing to stress about. These are the Lonerider bags right here. These are the waterproof dry bags. They go inside of the Lonerider 38-liter left side pannier. And pretty simple. I've got them packed super full, but even one person, well, I got a little help from her, but even if she wasn't here, the trick is not to pack it too tall. You can pack it full, but not too wide. It'll slide right in. On top of that, always going to Motor Wolf rain gear. Maybe I should come up with my own rain gear, huh? That's the hardest thing to find, is rain gear that's dry, that doesn't make you wetter inside than you feel outside. Sometimes I don't even wear rain gear because I'll just get wet, and then I'll let the sun and the wind dry me as I'm moving, because when I wear rain gear, it doesn't breathe. And the problem is I feel more wet inside the rain gear than I would have outside of the rain. So we'll keep that in there. Trick to packing your bike. Never close anything until you're 100% packed. Because you close this one, you close this one, you put something on here, you look over, you say, oh, I forgot something in there. So never close it completely until you've got every bag in there and you're sure that nothing else is left on the table. So here's the plan. We got a few of these. If they'll let us, try to fill just a few bottles, which would be enough to make it the next 500 kilometers to get to her parents. And her parents, they have a grocery store and a mini gas station, oil change, oil station, everything. So if we can just make it there, I think we'll have enough to get to the next leg. We won't have enough to get home, but then it'll get us through our first 2 steps if the gas station down here has any gas left. Yesterday, the lines were 3 hours long. You can't believe how crazy it was. Now, the cool thing I told you about in another video is that big bikes have VIP access. So even when there's a long line, the bike doesn't have to wait in line. That's the cool thing. You have motorbike parking close. When you go to the mall, everybody can park really, really close. And also in the gas station, you can just pull right in around all of the cars. It makes sense because motorbikes don't take nearly the amount of gasoline the automobiles do, right? So that's one more great thing about being in Thailand. I don't know anything about what's going on in the news. I don't watch the news. It's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I've never in my life had any news that's going to impact my life or change what I'm doing. I just judge what I need to do accordingly on what I see in the outside world in my reality. And I move forward. And so there's no defense. It's a 100% offense. And it lets me move through life just a little bit smoother, with less worry and less concern about things that I can't change. So I didn't know anything about what's going on in the world. I didn't know anything about this situation that we have on our hands right here, right now. All I knew was just yesterday, we found out that there's 3 hours line of cars. So we're just going to adjust accordingly and move forward. I mean, maybe if we knew ahead of time, maybe the caveat would be that we would have bought some extra gas, but I think it really doesn't matter because we still don't have enough to get where we need to go, and we've still got 2 more stops along the way. So I'm going to continue with my theory, my way of life, because I stress less when I don't watch the news, and just not watch it and plan accordingly. But I want to know from you, are you a person that watches the news a lot? Let me know down in the comments. Do you watch the news? Do you watch the news all the time so you can prepare for everything? Or do you just say, the heck with it? I would just take life as it comes, and I will just adjust accordingly. No wrong way to do it. Some of the people that watch the news are probably more prepared than we are. But I think we are just going to go ahead and wing it, and somehow the universe always seems to work out. If we get stranded somewhere along the way and have to wait for gas, I guess we'll make an adventure out of it. You know, we just finished. I didn't make it live for you. I promised I would go live during the event. We had a big production, 1,000-person event, and I'm not following my own rule. I'm starting to close the bag because I'm talking to you guys. We had a 1,000-person event and 200-athlete event production here in Bangkok. Really cool bodybuilding competition. I didn't go live because it was so busy, it was so packed, it was so stressful that there's no way that I could focus on shooting and talk to anybody, or even not feel a bit nervous or distracted maybe. So we didn't get to go live there, but you remember I had all my gear packed in this case. And the good news is that we have a ton of footage to work with for social media. So we have so many videos to edit and to get ready for social media that we don't mind some downtime. Now, I would ideally like to be back at my home to do all of this, where I can charge my laptop, I can log in, I can do everything pretty smoothly there. But if I get stuck somewhere, it's going to be just hyper-focused mode, you know? So I'm going to look at the bright side on everything. The cool part is that we are in a major metropolitan area. We are in the most visited city in the world, I think the last 10 years in a row. More people come through Bangkok than any other city in the world. Can you believe that? More than JFK, more than Los Angeles, more than Hong Kong. I think it's the location, it's the hub. And Bangkok's also quite a wonderful city. So The good news about that is that they will probably be the last one, I think, to run out of gasoline. All the maybe smaller places will run out first. I think, I don't know. And again, I'm talking, and I'm not thinking about what I need. So I want to teach you something here about the Pelican case. This is a Pelican case. This is how I carry all my camera gear, waterproof, watertight. And I'm going to put a piece of foam. It's like packing foam. I'll put it here. I'm not worried about protecting this. What I'm worried about is slippage. So if you put a piece of styrofoam or a piece of rubber under that, I want to paint that black so it matches, everything's black, right? But we were in a hurry when we left. We'll undo this a little bit. We'll tighten this one up here. So this really keeps it from sliding. It's unbelievable. It didn't slide at all, and it used to slide all over the place, even when it was tight, because it's slick plastic. And then you've got these straps, which are good, really good Lonerider tie downs, but they're also made of a really strong nylon, which makes them slippery as well. So we'll go ahead and cinch that down there. And just look at that. Well, it's not tight yet. Don't look yet. Don't peek. Huh? No cheating. Close your eyes. Okay. That's pretty good there. And another trick I'll teach you is whenever you tighten something down, when I tighten these later, when I tighten this now, whenever you tighten something down, you will let it sit. Let it sit for a few minutes while you prepare the rest of the bike. When you come back, you can always cinch it down a little more. It's like either it got loose or it settled or it found the path of least resistance. I don't know what happened. I don't know the science behind it, but I know you can always come back and you can cinch it down a little bit more. Maybe your hands are fresh. Your power's returned back to your hands. I'm not sure, but I know if you don't cinch it down and you get going down the road and you check it later, you'll see it's loose. Always check it when you stop anyway, right? But you can cinch it down pretty well most of the way, at least for the first 500 kilometers. Oh, you know what we're forgetting? Chain lube. Let's put this out. My trusty assistant, who is holding the camera right behind you, she's going to help me. She's a master of this now. I just put the thing on it, and I just put it neutral and walk it. I don't have a center stand on this one. You know your boy is not so good with the center stands as it is. So she just holds it down there, and I walk it. Every step you can. I always carry a can of this because it'll keep you from getting those sharp teeth on your sprocket, and it'll keep your chain healthy. You're supposed to clean your chain too every time. I clean my chain every full service and whenever it starts to look pretty thick with gunk. But I definitely don't clean the chain every time, but I do keep it oiled. Another quick tip is earplugs, 100%. Take a look at the lugs on those tires. 100% earplugs. Now those are the Moto's Tractionator tires. I am absolutely in love with those, partially because you can't get them here. My dear friend Ian got some from New Zealand, and he brought them to me for my birthday. They're absolutely amazing. They've already got maybe 8,000 or 10,000 kilometers on them, and there's still tons of tread left, tons. They look really cool. They hook up well. They're a bit stiffer than the Michelin Anarchy Wild or the Continental TKC 80, but the Continentals don't last as long. The Batlax Bridgestone, they don't last. The AX41s, they don't last as long. They hook up good in the dirt, but they're too soft. This one will last much longer. But come in here real quick. I'll show you right now. I was doing 150 kilometers an hour on the way here, and the lugs are starting to tear away from the tread. The tire itself, the lugs, because they're so big and the tire is so hard. These tires, they don't like 150 kilometers per hour. So I can tell you, the Motos are absolutely amazing on-road and off-road, and they last forever. But because of how hard they are and how big those lugs really help in the dirt. They're not made for over 120 on the highway and not for extended periods of time. I was averaging 120, 150. So let's say 135 average, but boosts of 150, 160 because we need to make good time getting here. So these are absolutely amazing. They look good, but I still stand behind the fact that I would run Michelin Anarchy Wild 50/50 tires year round. You can do 155 in the monsoon. I don't know how I know. I won't mention names. I'll just point. Your boy did it. 155 kilometers per hour in the monsoon season here in Thailand. 2,500 kilometers cross country in the rain. It was a nightmare, but the tires never slipped. The lugs never moved. And I felt super confident in the rain. Off-road, you know, your boy rides off-road. I'm not very good at it, but I love to do it. You know I'm not very good at it because I'm picking up my bike all the time, and you're not dropping it if you're a really good rider. Not too often anyway. But my coach always said, if you're not dropping it, you're not trying something new. There's some truth to that. I know he was trying to make me feel better, but there is some truth to that because you're only dropping it when you're pushing the boundaries and when you're trying something new. That in mind, these are an amazing tire if you're going to go under 150, but if you're going to go any on-road to get to the dirt and you're going to be there extended periods of time, or you do a lot of on-road driving, I'm about 70-30. People say I am 50-50. I'm not. I don't take the trails only to get to the destination. I'm coming to Bangkok. There's no way I can go through the mountains and the jungles to get here. It's sometimes a lot of boring road, and sometimes I'm in a hurry because this is the beast mobile that carries all my life around, and all my ability to shoot social media and everything else is in here. So there's going to be a lot of highway miles. I'm going to go with the Michelin Anarchy Wild next time. And we're going to go back to the packing subject here. About what's going on over there. I don't know what is going on over there. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if we're headed into something else, something crazy. I can tell you gold is up quite a bit. Crypto is down quite a bit. So that maybe says something about the turbulence in geopolitics or the economy or something. I don't know much about it. I watch gold regularly, precious metals, but I have no idea what's going on. Do you think it's going to be over quick? I don't get into politics, religion, or bad past relationships because you lose friends like that. Everybody's got a big opinion. I can't say anyone's wrong because they're fighting with their best friends over their opinions and their beliefs. And it's like, you know, I grew up in a war zone. I didn't have to leave my house to be in the middle of a war zone. I had enough drama, enough pain, enough fighting, enough losing people that I don't have time for any of that stuff anymore. So I don't get much into that. So when I ask you this, I'm not asking about politics. I'm not asking about any of those kind of things. I'm just curious if you think it's going to be over soon or if you think it's going to persist, last long. And I don't think I'm going to really have to change much. We're just going to have to maybe start to carry gasoline, I guess, and do what we got to do. I hope everything resolves itself in quick time. Pack this in. And you were watching from over there in the world, stay safe, and I'm sending you all my best. And I hope you can get back on the roads soon, too. I really feel for anyone going through any hard time, and you never know what's going to happen. They say it's going to be some alerts here, and they're going to stay on high alert. I don't know. So it's really tough situation, what's going on out there. But again, I can't tell you I know much about it. What I do know is how to pack the bike. Come around here, and I'll show you right now. I just let it sit for a little while, right? Well, now it's come forward. Tighten it more. Watch. About another 5 millimeter. And here they're saying, dupe. Now we brought it forward a little. And my girlfriend, she's going to have a nice backrest. The cool thing about the Pelican is it's almost like it cut out. One thing I noticed, so I'm not doing her any favors, I'm putting that